Well, the Australian cricketers return home from India winless, which is extremely disappointing, losing the 2 test matches and the one-day series against India. And I think the selectors, given that situation, now have a lot of soul-searching to do to find the right order of the batting and also a spinner when you consider it's 1 month away to the start of the Ashes. So, hey, some strong thinking needed from the selectors here.
You're right, Coach. It would have been incredibly frustrating too, having a couple of games washed out.
Exactly.
That's a lack of opportunity to have a look at a couple of guys, and there's plenty of people there that needed to find a bit of form. There's no doubt about it. You've got queries over your spinner, your middle order, your Hussies and Norths. Yeah, well, there's a good point
there. Will
they
play Horrocks? Will they go back to or go to young Stephen Smith? The middle order batting is a real concern as well.
Well, has North done enough? Has Hussey done enough?
Well, Hussey's probably done enough, but Marcus North is hot and cold. He gets 100 or he gets none.
Yeah.
And look, I'd love to see Callum Ferguson come in, and I think he deserves an opportunity. He didn't get a game in India, which is mind-boggling from my point of view. But having said that, surely Callum Ferguson has shown enough in Darwin and also South Africa to suggest that if he gets runs early before the first Test match, he's got about at number 6.
Well, they've got the 2020, the Big Bash coming up. Of course, you've got games against Sri Lanka.
Yeah.
Do they have a look at Ferguson there? Do they need another look at him at that level, or is it time just to say, he's ready, he's the next in line?
Well, he's got to make runs. Look, there's no doubt in my mind that if he makes runs before the first Test is chosen, then young Ferguson's got to go. The other, I guess, pleasing aspect is you've got players like Khawaja from New South Wales also making runs. So there are options, but I tell you what, getting the right balance is going to be interesting now.
You can't drop a kid in the Ashes.
No.
The first Test of the Ashes, can you? So some contingency needs to be put into place.
Exactly.
Now, do we learn anything from the Redbacks on the weekend, Cage?
Well, look, they were a bit stiff. Queensland needed, 12 runs to win off the last over in Townsville. It's not the result the Redbacks wanted. They had a great pre-season, superb, but their start to the domestic season at home hasn't been good. They got the points in the one-day against New South Wales, then they were beaten by 10 wickets by New South Wales, then they're beaten by Tasmania. Now going down to Queensland is not the start they needed. So, hey, they've got to turn this around in a real hurry.
Fits and spurts. Dan Christian, though.
Fantastic performance.
100 off, some 91 deliveries.
He smashed them to all parts of the ground, but at the end of the day, we didn't get the points, and it's been very barren for South Australia now, both in the 4-day game and also the one-dayers. They've got to turn that around, Will. No doubt about that.
Better news on the weekend, though, for Adelaide United. Friday night.
Well, you're a soccer man.
3 dot. Thank you very much.
In 7 minutes.
7 minutes. That's good. It made it easy to watch the replay, Cage. I can tell you that much. Tremendous. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Travis Dodd finally. Bit of run in the legs. You can see what an impact he has on that side when he's fit and firing.
The unfortunate thing about it, he's copped an injury. Well, reports he's got an Achilles heel problem. But, hey, that's great stuff. When Dotty came on, bingo, 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 3 goals.
And how's Rennie Cool on the record unbeaten streak? He must be thinking, how easy is this?
Well, he must be, but I've got to say again, I reckon Phil Stubbins, who took the United side pre-season, Rennie was late getting here, Rennie was crook during the week. This week was Phil Stubbins again. Hey, we mustn't overlook his contribution, Phil Stubbins. Been terrific, I reckon.
That's right. While on football, Cage, North Adelaide. Whoa. Now, this is a story accusing or suggesting perhaps that the AFL have one hell of a stake in this Port Adelaide merger.
Well, they sent a statement or an email to their members. Now, from my point of view, my understanding, they didn't want this to get public. It's come out and it's got public, where North Adelaide have accused the AFL of being behind the amalgamation of the Magpies and the Power. I've got no doubt, Will, it'll go through. It was knocked in the head last 4 or 5 weeks ago, but I've got no doubt it'll go through this time when North Adelaide saying the AFL are behind it. Whoa. So if that's the case, who's running football in South Australia?
Well, it's a good point. Now, the AFL would probably say, hey, we've got a stake. There's 2 pretty big entities there in South Australia that they do care about, but should they?
Well, no. Our domestic competition has to be run by the SANFL and the Commission. The AFL, if they've put their bib in, hey, get it out of there. It's nothing to do with you. You run the AFL competition and leave the SANFL and the Commission to run our comp. Simple as that.